Hello, boys and girls. Today we are going to be talking about the difference between first person point of view and third person point of view. So, your objectives for today are I will listen to the story and identify if it's written in first person or third person point of view. And your language objective is I will find a book written in third person. I will explain why it is third person. So what you're going to do with that is you are going to find a book, or if you need to go on Epic, you can send me a link too, of a book that you have that is in third person point of view. We're going to be talking about that. And then the next video you have is going to be first person point of view. Okay. So what's the difference between the point of views? Okay. So here we go. So point of view, it has to do with who's telling our story. Who is the person telling the story? In first person, so you can think of first being one person, it's me. Okay, so I am the one telling the story. It is my story. So a character in your story is telling the story. Okay, words that are clues for that, you would see like I went to bed, I found my cat, things like that. That's first person point of view. You might find me in it, or we, or our. Those are some clue words. So a character, think of it first again, one person is telling the story. Okay, so third person point of view, that's another person coming in telling your story. You're not even telling the story. So that would be like your mom telling a story about you. If your mom tells a story about you, that's in third person. If you tell your own story, first person point of view. Okay, so let's look here. The author or the narrator tells the story. It's actually much easier to find a book written in third person than it is in first. So you might find that too. The author or the narrator tells the story, and the words that you find in that are he, she, they, him, and her. They went to the park. Not I went to the park, they went to the park. So those are the differences in those. All right, so I have a cute story in our theme of October month. It's called The Snitchy Witch. Okay, it's really cute. I liked it. So I'm in a different place today, so I hope it works for you to see the pages. And I didn't have my little stand, so. Okay, it was a full moon at Camp Spellbound. Every year, witches from all over fly in on their brooms. It's a hair-raising, fun time. That looks like a fun place. There are here's the whole picture. It says there are broom races, magic potion swaps, cackling contests, and hat decorating parties. That looks kind of fun. But one witch liked to snitch, and this caused trouble. Wanda liked to get attention from the head witch. Whenever Wanda believed someone was doing something wrong, she would tattle on them. She snitched on William, and he took food from the cauldron before dinner. So I want you to stop and think. Is anybody saying I in any of that? Does it say I liked to snitch or I took things from the cauldron? It doesn't, does it? So that's telling us that this book is not written in first person. It must be written in third. Okay, let's see if we can find any clues for the words. She, remember, that was one of the words. She snitched on Wendy for cutting in line. Line cutter! She snitched on Wyatt for spilling potion on the floor. Potion spiller. She snitched on Winnie for getting fingerprints on the crystal ball. She even snitched on Ben the Black Cat for meowing too loud while everybody was sleeping. Fingerprints on the ball. Too loud. Whew. She might be hard to hang out with sometimes. All right, let's see. The witches were wickedly angry with Wanda for snitching on everyone. Winnie let out a blood-curdling scream. Uh-oh. No one wanted to spend time with Wanda at camp. Feel a little bit bad for Wanda there. Wanda asked Wyatt why nobody was talking or playing with her. We're angry because you tattle on us just to get us in trouble. That's snitching. It hurts our feelings. You only tell when someone is hurt, could get hurt, or you need help from a grown-up. Wanda laughed. That's a hoot, really? I'm not a snitch. But then she thought about all the times she told on others. There's another hint. Here she did say, I'm not a snitch, but that's just the author quoting her. That's not saying that's first person point of view. Okay, that's the difference in that. If you look on there, there's quotation marks around her talking. And it says, later that night, several of the campers met down in the dungeon when no one was around. Let's put a spell on her tongue, William cackled. The spell that doesn't allow her to speak. That will teach her a lesson, howled Wyatt. Sounds chilling, said Winnie. They pulled out a big book of spells. Here's one on snitching, Wendy pointed out, and everyone recited the spell together. It says, oh, moon so full, round and bright, we beg one favor of you tonight, for witches who tattle, witches who snitch, tie their tongues, zip their lips, no witch shall squeal, or tell on friends this spell will be broken when the snitching ends. The next morning, Wanda went to greet the others, but she tried to speak. No words came out of her mouth. Someone must have cast a spell on me, she thought. She couldn't even talk. During breakfast, she saw Winnie taking an extra donut. She wanted to tell the head witch, but her voice was silent. The donuts look good, don't they? She saw Wendy take things for her potion that did not belong to her. Remember, her was one of the words that we talked about that made it third person point of view. Again, she tried to tell, but nothing came out of her mouth. Wanda then saw Amira take out some of the straw from William's broom. That could cause the broom to fail during the broom race. William might fall and hurt himself. Wanda ran to the head witch. She took a deep breath and tried to speak. She mouthed, Elmira touched William's broom, but nothing came out of her mouth that sounded like a snitch, Wanda thought. Wanda tried to speak again. Someone was trying to cheat. Once again, nothing came out of her mouth. It sounded like a snitch. The time was running out. Wanda thought and thought, I got it. I'm really worried about William. Her voice was back. The spell was broken. What is it? Asked the head witch. I'm not snitching. Someone's in trouble, said Wanda. That's right, said the head witch. Tell me what you're worried about. Wanda told the head witch what she saw. William thanked Wanda for protecting him from getting hurt. The witches apologized for casting a spell on her tongue. We just wanted to help you stop snitching, said Wendy. You don't need to snitch, Wanda, said William. You almost lost friends because snitching gets people in trouble. From now on, I will zip my lips and never switch, Wanda promised. For the rest of the day, Wanda and her friends sat around the cauldron, cackling it up and having fun. Wanda was glad she made the switch from being a snitch. So let's look at a little bit of the difference in this. That was the end of the story. So it says, if it would have been written in first person point of view, it would have, instead of saying for the rest of the day, Wanda and her friends sat down, she would have said for the rest of the day, I sat down with my friends around the cauldron. We were cackling it up and having fun. I am glad I made the switch from being a snitch. So it wasn't written like that. It's written the other way in third person. Someone else is telling the story. Okay, so I hope that you enjoyed this book. This one is, like I said, written in third person. So you have a little quick seesaw activity to do on third person point of view. So go ahead and do that quick, and then you'll have it all done for the day. Have a great day. Bye.